Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Monday's art enrichment lesson, and we are going to be doing the same theme the whole week long. This week is going to be landscapes, and today is part one of a two-part video. Today, I'm going to teach you guys what a landscape is. I'm going to show you guys some really pretty landscapes on my computer. And two, I'm going to teach you guys how to make a ripped paper landscape. This thing looks really, really nice. And then next time I see you guys on Tuesday, that's going to be part two. I'm going to show you guys how to make a 3D hot air balloon. Now I'm going to flip you guys over to my computer so I can show you guys what a landscape is. Hey guys, so this is the presentation I made for you. Let's make it bigger. All right, landscapes by Miss O'Keefe. What is a landscape? According to the Cambridge Dictionary, a landscape is a large area of countryside, especially in relation to its appearance. That's a lot of words. A view or picture of the countryside or the art of making pictures. So, big long words, right? Let me break it down for you. A picture, Miss O'Keefe says, a picture of outside with lots of land, like grass, mountains, and lots of sky. Let's take a look at a bunch of these pretty pictures. I really, really love this one. And look at the beautiful greens in this one. We got the grass and we got mountains. This one reminds me so much of Texas. I know driving down the street, I see plenty of hay bales everywhere. This one does not remind me of Texas. We have nice big mountains everywhere, gorgeous puffy clouds. I just love the sunset colors in this one. And we can also see the reflection in the water. Here are some famous landscape paintings. So this is a really old painting. This is done in oil paints a really long time ago. This one was done a really long time ago as well. You can see that they don't even have cars. He's riding a what? That's right, he's riding a donkey. These ones are a little bit more modern. These are impressionist paintings. Beautiful sunflowers over here, a little village, but most of what you see is land over here. These are some paper landscapes. This is more of what we are going to be doing. We've got the grass, we've got the mountains, we've got the clouds, we've got the sun. Let's take a look at a few more. Beautiful. This is big clouds at the back. We got some brown mountains and two different color grasses down here. This one definitely has some ripped edges. We got lots of clouds, and look, your clouds don't have to be white. They can be lots of different colors. And you see the sun? The sun is orange. It doesn't have to be yellow. This one also reminds me a lot of Texas. I don't live anywhere near a desert, but when you tell people you live in Texas, this is what they think of. Cactus and sand everywhere. I love the beautiful use of colors in this one. The orange, the yellow for the sky. We got some mountains back here and these cute little pink flowers. I think they just really, really pop. And that is my last image to show you guys. Now I'm going to take you guys to my camera facing down, and I'm going to show you guys how we are going to make this gorgeous paper landscape. Remember, this is part one. All right, so here are the supplies we're going to need to make our ripped paper landscape. You're going to need some construction paper. These are the colors that I've chosen. Blue is going to be for my background, and then these are going to be my land parts that I add. Scissors are optional. If you don't feel like ripping the paper, it's probably a pretty good idea to use scissors. Pencil always helps you draw out your ideas, your shapes you need to, and then you're going to need some kind of glue. I'm going to be using stick glue, but you can use any glue you have in your house. Alright, so we got to look at a bunch of different images of what a landscape is. So I am going to start off with my blue. This is my background. And then down below, right down here, I'm going to add the land. Which color do you think I'm going to add? That's right, the green one. So here is my green one. Now, I'm a big fan of just ripping the paper. Did you guys see how my papers are the exact same size? Now, all I want is the bottom part of this. So right here, I'm going to let it be bumpy and go everywhere. Ta-da! Here is my grass, but I'm not going to glue it down yet. I also have this purple construction paper. This is going to be my purple mountains. If you guys remember that old song, they talk about purple mountains, majesty. These are going to be my purple mountains. If you want to cut this instead, you can. I'm going to go ahead and rip. There we go. There are my mountains. And here is my grass. I like it. All right. So I also have some white paper here. I am going to take this, put my little tips on there, and I want to give my mountains a little bit of a snow cap. So what I'm doing is I'm drawing the tip of the mountain on my paper. All right, now I'm going to cut these out because I want them to be kind of close to the same size as my mountain. There we go. Okay, now I'm ready to do a little bit of gluing. I forgot to mention earlier, your mountains, they don't have to be purple. They could be brown, they could be gray, they could be black. They can be any color you want them to be. If you do not have construction paper, hang on till the end. I will show you guys another way how to make this landscape. So I've got my mountain caps. Now I do want to glue these down. Let's do some fast forwarding. Okay, now I'm also going to glue the mountains down. There we go. I've got my land, I've got my mountains. Now I want to add more to the sky. Remember that white I had? You can draw your clouds, you can rip your clouds, you can cut your clouds. It's up to you. I want to rip. I think ripping gives them really cool edges. There's a nice little ripped cloud. Let's make a baby cloud. Not all cloud shapes are the same. Make sure you make them look a little bit different. And remember, we always want to be paper superheroes, so we always help save the paper. Notice I didn't do it in the middle of the paper. I did it towards the very, very edge of my paper. Now let's get these clouds glued down. Oh, almost. Before we glue this down, I have this yellow paper over here. This is what I want to make my sun. Now my sun, I do want it to be a very nice circle. So I'm going to cut it rather than rip it. There we go. And I actually want to stick my sun behind the clouds. So I feel like this part of my sky is a little bit empty. So I wanted to make another little cloud. There we go. All right, so this is my ripped paper landscape. Now this is only part 1. We are going to do part 2 next time. I'm going to teach you guys how to add a 3D hot air balloon onto this work of art. I wanted to break down all the different steps into easier to follow videos. So that's why I'm breaking this down into a 2-part video. Now, all week we are going to be doing different kinds of landscapes. I think this is going to be really, really fun. So if you don't have construction paper at home and all you have is basic white paper, that is no problem. You can just go ahead and draw your landscape. Add your grass, however you want the grass to look. Add some mountains, the snow caps to your mountains. Draw a nice cloud up here. Draw the sun peeking out. Maybe another cloud over here. Erase that little line. And so now you have yourselves your little landscape drawing. If you want to add different things into this, if you want to add some flowers over here, or if you want to add a cactus, you don't have to make mountains, guys. These are just examples of things you can do. You saw a bunch of different pictures. If you want to copy one of those pictures, go back and copy one of those. So on your drawing, you have multiple options here. You can color with markers if you have markers. You can color with color pencils. Or here is a really, really fun one. You can take crayons and you can do something called a texture rubbing. So if you don't have construction paper, I highly, highly recommend this idea of texture rubbing. So I'm going to take my crayon and I'm going to find something with really cool texture, and I'm going to show you guys how to do a texture rubbing. So here is a basket that I have, and it's got this diamond-shaped pattern on it, and I think this would make a really cool texture. So I have my yellow crayon, and now I'm going to take my crayon and I'm going to color on top of it. It makes a silly noise. And then I get the little texture of the diamonds in there. You can find lots and lots of different things that are going to give you lots of different textures. Other things that will give you really cool textures is the bottom of a shoe, or I have a little speaker here that has a little grate on it. Cement outside will give you a really cool texture. Trees will give you really cool texture. And if you have bricks can give you a really cool texture. So those are just some random ideas to help you guys find interesting things to give you texture. So here are 2 very different ideas to do the same kind of artwork. So if you don't have construction paper, you just have white paper, you can just color it with whatever colors you have at home. If you want to paint it, you can paint it too. Or you can do texture rubbings. I'm giving you guys lots of different ideas so you can take your landscapes to lots of different places. And remember, this is a two-part video. So I want you guys to come back tomorrow with your landscape, and I'm going to show you guys how to build some 3D hot air balloon coming off of it. All right, guys, happy creating!